After you've logged into eVital, click the menu icon on the upper left side of your screen to start a new death registration. Click Life Events, click Death, click Start New Case. Before a death case can be created, a search for the current decedent is performed using the information in the Start New Death Case form. The red asterisks indicate required fields. Type the last name of the decedent. You can set the date of death using your mouse or keyboard. Select gender from the drop-down list. Click Search. A decedent sharing the same last name has already been created in the medical facilities domain. This represents a potential duplicate, which must be inspected to ensure that the current decedent does not match the record already in eVital. Click the Acknowledge button and then click Preview to read a summary of the record. The top of the message box contains case status tags indicating the progress of this registration. The fields below the case status tags show decedent attributes. If the case in the preview window shows the decedent you wish to proceed with, click Select this case. In this example, the case shown is not the decedent you are working on. Click Dismiss this case and return to list. This will allow you to continue creating your registration. Click Create New Case. The decedent form opens. On the left side of the screen, the Death Registration menu displays the names of the forms you'll be completing to generate the decedent's death registration. The Other Links group displays optional forms and features. The top of the decedent form displays the eVital assigned case ID number, decedent name, and their date of death. The Case Status area displays tags summarizing the current state of this registration. The case status tags are updated as you complete the forms. Navigate through the death registration forms by clicking the forward and back arrows, or clicking the individual menu items. In this example, a funeral home will be claiming the decedent, so the medical institution will not be responsible for final disposition. Leave the default setting set to No. Death registrations for decedents where the medical facility is responsible for final disposition will be covered later in this module. The sex and last name fields are populated using the data you typed into the earlier Start New Death Case form. If additional decedent information is available, complete those remaining fields on the form. When you click Save, eVital processes the fields using validation, logic, and formatting rules. Dots will appear to the left of each menu item indicating the state of that form. A yellow dot indicates one or more soft edits, fields which should be corrected, or if valid, must be explicitly allowed by checking the override boxes at the bottom of the form and then saving those overrides. Yellow edits can be overridden and will not prevent the decedent from being pronounced or certified, nor will it prevent the case from being registered by the burial desk. Red dots indicate one or more hard edits which must be corrected before the death can be pronounced or certified. Red dots cannot be overridden. In this example, there are two soft edits requiring attention. The decedent's first name field is blank, and their last name was typed using lowercase characters. Normally, first and last names are typed in proper case, using capital letters as the first character. In this death registration, the decedent's last name actually starts with a capital letter. After correcting the capitalization, click Save. eVital's programmed rules will once again be run against the fields on this form. A green dot next to the Decedent tab indicates the information on this form has passed eVital's programmed rules. Click the Pronouncement tab. The date of death field has already been completed, having been extracted from the Start New Death Case screen. Click the Time of Death field and indicate the hour and minute of death. Use the calendar control to indicate the date last attended by a physician. If the currently logged in user is a licensed physician, that physician's name, license, and address will appear in the Pronouncer Name and Address section. The currently logged in user will appear as the pronouncer. If the current pronouncer is not a licensed physician, select the Intern or Resident checkbox. and type the license number of the attending physician. The Look Up Pronouncer button can be used to find other pronouncers. Click Save. The green dot to the left of the pronouncer menu item indicates that the fields have passed eVital's checks. Click the Place of Death menu item. For this example, in the Type of Place of Death field, select Decedent's Residence. In the Any Hospice Care in the Last 30 Days field, select No. Complete the Decedent's Address section and click Verify Address. Clicking the Verify Address button activates a U.S. Postal Service check of the address. Suggested changes which appear in a pop-up include standardized abbreviations and Zip+4 insertions. Select the recommended address, click Select, and the green Verified button appears. Click Save. The green dot indicates once again that all fields have passed the programmed eVital data checks. Click Cause of Death. Type the immediate cause of death and the time interval on line A. Provide the etiology on succeeding lines. The red underscore indicates a potential spelling error. In Part 2, type any diseases or conditions that were present at the time of death and that may have contributed to the death but did not lead to the underlying cause listed in Part 1 above. When you click Validate, the etiology is processed through the CDC's Views service. Views will flag abbreviations, spelling errors, and logic mismatches detected within age, sex, and medical conditions. Suggested spellings of underscored words appear underneath the text box. Click the desired replacement to update the text box entry. After you have clicked the desired replacement, the next term flagged by Views will appear with alternates listed under the text box. Again, click the desired replacement to update the text box entry. Manual corrections are made by typing directly into the text box. After you've edited the etiology, click Validate to have Views reprocess it. Ensure there are no terms with red underscore or messages below the text boxes. Then click Save to process the data through eVital. As in earlier screens, a green dot appears when the data has passed eVital's business rules. And no validation error found on this page appears in the bottom messages area of the screen. The Other Factors form contains fields to indicate if the decedent used tobacco, had an autopsy, and if this case is to be reviewed by the OCME. In this example, the decedent did not use tobacco, did not have an autopsy, and was not referred to the OCME. Click Save. Click the Certifier tab. By default, the currently logged-in physician is designated as the certifier. If the currently logged-in physician is not licensed, click the Intern or Resident checkbox and type the license number of the attending physician. If the certifying physician has also pronounced the current decedent, select the Same As Pronouncer checkbox. The Look Up Certifier button can be used to locate an alternate physician. The % sign can be used as a wildcard, substituting for any character in the search string. The % sign can be used at the beginning, middle, or end of a search string. Even multiple instances of the % sign can be used. Click Select to add the certifier to your form. When you click Save, a Pronounce Certify tab will appear in the Death Registration panel, where certification and pronouncement can be completed in one step. In this example, one medical professional will be pronouncing and certifying the decedent. Use the individual Pronounce and Certify tabs if these steps will be performed by two medical professionals. Click the Pronounce Certify tab. The next step requires the use of your mobile device and the eVital Certify app. When the Pronounce Certify form appears, click the 3 Affirm boxes. A QR code will appear below the affirmations. Tap the eVital icon on your mobile device to activate the application. Tap the QR code on the mobile device and aim it at the black QR code on the PC screen. The mobile device will synchronize with the PC and display a "Please align your face" message along with the yellow outline. When your face is placed inside the yellow outline, don't move. The Certify app will take a picture and transmit it to the Department of Health servers. Upon completion of facial recognition, Certification Successful appears on your mobile device. This confirms successful transmission of your facial image to the Department of Health servers. The Pronounce Certify success is shown by white check marks inside of green circles, check marks next to each affirm, and the appearance of the blue rectangular Unaffirm button in the bottom right corner. The Case Messages screen displays communications originating from the Department of Health regarding this particular decedent. Click Print Forms to view the PDF documentation relating to this decedent. The PDF viewer has a mini toolbar which allows you to download, print, and magnify the document. There's also an icon which generates a full-featured Adobe Reader toolbar. Click X to close the PDF Reader window. The case status history displays the sequence of this death registration, along with the times, dates, and usernames. Requesting the abandonment of a death registration is accomplished by completing the fields in the Request to Abandon/Void screen. Comments can be added to the death registration. Each comment entry can accommodate up to 4,000 characters, which is approximately one side of an 8.5 by 11-inch sheet of paper. Stored comments are searchable using the Filter Search text box. Registration validations show a summary of all hard and soft edits currently associated with this decedent. The Validate button is used to run the eVital check on any fields listed here. In the event that the medical facility will be responsible for the decedent's final disposition, change the setting to Yes and click Save. A personal information group containing 6 menu items will appear. The Decedent tab in the Personal Information group is a near mirror image of the Decedent tab in the Medical Information group. However, fields which were previously grayed out are now active. Complete the date of birth fields and manually calculate the age at last birthday. The Social Security number field must be verified against the Social Security Administration's database before this form can pass eVital's logic checks. In this example, the Social Security number of the decedent is unknown. Complete the decedent birthplace and Armed Forces information fields. Click Save. Because the 2 decedent forms are partial mirrors of each other, both turn green when eVital's data checks are run. When completing the resident address form, indicate whether the decedent's address is within the city limits. Click Verify Address. Clicking the Verify Address button activates a U.S. Postal Service check of this address. Suggested changes, which appear in a pop-up, include standardized abbreviations and ZIP+4 insertions. Select the recommended address, click Select, and the green Verified button appears. Click Save. The green dot indicates that all fields have passed the programmed eVital data checks. In the Family Members form, indicate the marital status and complete the parental fields. In this example, the father will be the decedent's informant, so ensure you select the Is Father Parent Informant checkbox. Type the father's name. The mother's maiden name must be the surname prior to their first marriage. Click Save. Click the Informant menu item. The Informant form is already populated with the father's name because you indicated him as such in the family member's form. Complete the address fields and click Verify. Clicking the Verify Address button activates a U.S. Postal Service check of this address. Suggested changes, which appear in a pop-up, include standardized abbreviations and ZIP+4 insertions. Select the recommended address, click Select, and the green Verified button appears. In this example, the father will also be the person authorizing disposition. Select the Same as Informant checkbox. The authorizer phone number and email address fields at the bottom of the form are optional. Click Save. The disposition form is where the method and location of disposition are specified. In this example, set the method of disposition to interim. In this example, the decedent will be held by the OCME. Indicate the date of disposition using the calendar control. At the bottom of the form, click the Place of Disposition lookup and locate the OCME facility the decedent will be transported to. Select the desired OCME location. Click Select. Click Save. The decedent attributes are where demographic information is set. Please note that since the race section consists of checkboxes, multiple selections can be made. Click Save. The green dots indicate that the forms in the Personal Information group have passed eVital's logic and formatting checks. You can now pronounce and certify the decedent. The next step requires the use of your mobile device and the eVital Certify app. When the Pronounce Certify form appears, click the 3 affirm boxes. A QR code will appear below the affirmations. Tap the eVital icon on your mobile device to activate the application. Tap the QR code on the mobile device and aim it at the black QR code on the PC screen. The mobile device will synchronize with the PC and display a Please Align Your Face message along with the yellow outline. When your face is placed inside the yellow outline, don't move. The Certify app will take a picture and transmit it to the Department of Health servers. Upon completion of facial recognition, Certification Successful appears on your mobile device. This confirms successful transmission of your facial image to the Department of Health servers. The Pronounce Certify success is shown by white check marks inside of green circles, check marks next to each affirm, and the appearance of the blue rectangular Unaffirm button in the bottom right corner.